Les objectifs de développement durable, c'est tout ou rien. D'ailleurs, ces 17 couleurs que vous aviez sur les roues de vélo, quand vous faites tourner la roue, ça se mélange. Et quand ça se mélange, ça devient plus qu'une seule couleur. Et c'est ça les ODD. Le sens des ODD, c'est leur dimension globale. Un plan global pour un problème global.
Cet accord qui a été signé le 25 septembre 2015, en fait, a été préparé par deux personnes, un homme du Kenya et un homme d'Irlande. Et cet homme d'Irlande s'appelle David Donahue.
Reduce the gap between the poorest people and all others at an early date. If we leave it too late, the gap will simply, in statistical terms, become too wide.
Development goals are our guide. They are a to-do list.
Poverty, growing inequality exists in all of our nations.
Nous enchaînons des discours en donnant le sentiment à nos peuples que nous n'arrivons pas à répondre à leur angoisse.
Pendant tout le voyage à vélo depuis Cherbourg, là où on se trouve maintenant, jusqu'à Paris, on va rencontrer des citoyens, on va rencontrer des élus et on va leur dire « Faites en sorte que ces 17 objectifs qu'ils soient vraiment connus et qu'on y travaille dans les 10 ans qui viennent et surtout, la promesse de laisser personne de côté. »
Et l'exemple du groupe vélo, c'est de rouler ensemble. Et nous, on était une petite dizaine comme ça, mais c'est pour le monde entier.
Who got first here? This man.
It's not a competition. He gets minus 10 points for that. But he's still happy.
Are we going to leave the bike here? I don't think.
We'll probably go over there for coffee. Pierre. Okay, we have 20 minutes here. If you want a cup of coffee, Bar La Marie.
Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling.
Why do you ever want to eat 20 kilometers down the road?
So there was a challenge to be able to look at the young guy going and saying, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. And also the sharing of the backgrounds. We had people from very, very tough, very, very hard backgrounds, even prison background, and up to leadership and teachers and all sorts of different personality.
We've got people of all different abilities and different bicycles. And sometimes people get very slow because they might be tired, they might be injured, they might have a puncture, their bike might need to be repaired. But leave no one behind does not mean that everyone stops, that the whole of society stops. It means we have support. And in our case, we have a van, pick you up, fix the puncture, and then the cycle keeps going on. So it's a bit like society. We need to have systems whereby people who fall behind, in most cases through no fault of their own, they can be supported and brought back in with proper training, proper treatment, and then everybody keeps moving forward.
Et je trouve que c'est pas juste parce que alors si on est dans une famille pauvre, ben toute la vie ça va être de la bagarre ou à essayer de vivre décemment et il y en a qui n'arrivent pas à vivre décemment et ils bagarrent et en plus ils sont accusés de leur situation et ça je trouve pas juste.
And we see it, and we see it all the time. You can be middle class in Ireland anyway, and almost never see people who are from a different social background to you, because their children won't be in the schools your children are in. You'll be in shopping in different places. It's amazing how apart people can be. There cannot be poor people unless there are rich people. There is no such thing as absolute poverty. It makes no sense because if you take people who lived in humans before when they lived in caves or something, they had much less than anybody who's poor now, but they would not consider themselves poor. You can only consider yourself poor in relation to somebody else. It's a relationship between the people who have power and those who don't, those who have control over economic resources and those who don't. So poverty is always relative. to give answers. It's about redistributing wealth. You cannot do it by force because it doesn't work. You know, if you do it by force, there will always be someone who will use more force to take over or something. So the only way to get really is to persuade people or to force people democratically to change, you know, to redistribute wealth. And that's, I have there's no doubt about that in my mind.
Si on ne se préoccupe que du climat, on peut dégrader d'autres objectifs. Par exemple, si on met tous nos efforts ou tout notre argent sur le climat, on peut dégrader un objectif de biodiversité. Et puis surtout, ces derniers mois, ce qu'on a vu, c'est que si on ne se préoccupe pas des inégalités, on ne réussira pas la transition énergétique parce qu'il n'y aura pas d'adhésion, tout simplement. Donc il faut vraiment qu'on traite en même temps des objectifs climatiques et des autres objectifs de l'agenda 2030, notamment l'objectif d'inégalité et de pauvreté.
C'est l'interrelation, l'interconnexion entre ces différents objectifs. Et c'est vrai que dans les 17, il y a un terme qui ne revient pas, c'est le terme culture. Je suis persuadé que la culture, c'est justement le blanc entre les objectifs, c'est ce lien qui fait qu'on arrive à les planter tous ensemble pour les faire pousser jusqu'à 2030.
They're all connected, so you can't have climate change without talking about education and without talking about some of the others. But I think there's a real place for music and art within sustainable development. It's absolutely essential because it's such a huge part of every country. And it was great on the route. We did a little song in each village, and I think at that time it really brought everyone together because everyone in their different countries has an experience of music and can relate, and it's such a galvanizing, connecting force.
Oh, how do you do, young Willie McBride? Do you mind if I sit down by your gravestone and sit for a while neath the warm summer sun? I've been walking all day and I'm nearly done. I see by your gravestone you were only 19 when you joined the Great Falling in 1916. I hope you died well and I hope you died clean. Ah, young Willie McBride, was it slow and obscene?
A few times as a group we sang an anti-war song, Willie McBride, and on a few occasions as we were singing it, I could see people crying. So war and peace are something that has to happen if the other goals, probably the same for any one of them, have to be there. So what struck me would have been a culture of non-violence that's not just for individuals. I would hope that some institution, that some church, that some political entity could push out into society and advance in society non-violence, whether it's judicial, whether it's education, whether it's in the medical, whether it's in war and peace. So I would just love to see it. Maybe the gift of this age might be an expansion of our consciousness to see that it is possible.
You have to work with other people and you have to look for what is around you. There are loads and loads of ways to work against inequality. There are loads of people who are working against it. You must find them and join them, and you must, if you can, a really good thing to do is to try and get people to be political, especially the poorest people, to get people thinking about politics. You know, there is this saying, you know, Trotsky used to say, I didn't like Trotsky at all, just for the record, horrible man, but he said, you know, you may not be interested in war, but war is interested in you. And so politics is the same. You may not be interested in politics, but politics is interested in you. It affects you all the time. So whatever else you do, you must engage. I think politically, maybe you think it's a waste of time to vote, but if you do, you can still, if you don't do that, you can still influence the people. But I think it's better to vote. I think it's better to get into parties or into groups or support an independent, because it's power that people need. You cannot change things simply by asking. You must get power. If you believe in democracy, you must get that power by democratic means. But there are, the main message is to come together where, you know, and to look for people who are thinking the same thing. That's the real message.
It was great to share that experience with people who, you know, you've never met before, but you've kind of come together for a common experience. Yeah.
Have courage, believe in your dreams. You don't have to see a daunting challenge of so many goals. Probably each one of those young people will have their own gift and their own passion and their own way of working to transform, whether it's local or global. So don't be overawed by a huge, big canvas. For example, I would focus on poverty, education, and the local myself. But there could be other goals that each individual young person will focus on. So don't have to do the big picture. Work on the small picture and let it happen.